like fall and Christmas and all of those things. I know the virus has really put a damper on this year, and a lot of us are just really quickly looking forward to the end of it, right? We're looking forward to the end of it. So I thought I would come on and do a lantern swag. It's fall, to try to get you into the fall mood a little bit. Let you know that cooler temperatures are coming. They are coming. And also, I was going to let you know that we have a free workshop starting this Sunday. It's for beginner makers. So if you are new to wreath making, or you're trying to figure out if you want to even start wreath making, this is the workshop for you. Go to wreath101.com. Join our mailing list, and what we're going to do is on Sunday we'll start mailing out the tutorials to you. It's just a 4-day quick little email series. It'll come to you. It'll send you the link to the website and a password so you can watch it. It really is a great basis for just how to get started in this wonderful craft of wreath making. So go to wreath101.com. Okay, that's there. We created this today in our Wreath Making of the Month Club. Isn't that cute? Just a real pretty, simple floral arrangement for fall. I love how this turned out. This was one of the tutorials we did, again, in our Wreath Making of the Month Club group. So I'm going to put that to the side. And this is another quick little tutorial I did for them in the group, trying to show them how to match a lantern swag with the wreath that they make. So let me take that off, and we are going to start with our lantern. So this is an 18-inch lantern. I think you could go up to 24 inches if you wanted, and that's lantern swags to me are, I love them. I love decorating with them. I think that you could put a lantern swag just about anywhere. Like if you have a post, like a light post outside, you could put it there. If you have a grapevine wreath, you can attach it to that. You can put lantern swags on the end of stairs. If you are like to decorate your staircase, like at the very end, right when you're getting ready to walk up, you can do it. You can decorate it with there. I've seen them put on lamps. Where else could you put them? I mean, there's just the backs of chairs, things like that. So to me, I call it a lantern swag, but it's very versatile. It can be used for many different ways. I do make my lantern swags a little different than what a lot of people do. A lot of people like to attach foam up here and then create their spray. That's absolutely fine if that's what you like to do. I'm just me. I'd like to do the easy way. All right, so I'm going to show you my quick and easy foolproof method for doing a lantern swag. We're going to get started. The first thing I'm going to use are these really pretty pumpkin sprays. All right, so this came from Greenery Market. You can see it's basically the same spray that we have in the arrangement that we created. Do you see the pumpkins in there? So it's the same spray. I love it when I can get coordinating pieces with my designs. So I could put the centerpiece in one side of my room, and then I could put the lantern, over by the fireplace, and it's just a great way to bring the color throughout the room, and it coordinates well. So you want to go through and you want to just fluff this a little bit. And you can find sprays pretty much anywhere right now that are selling their fall items. So I just like to get the ones that are a little long, and that's what I start with. I also try to find something a little smaller that coordinates with it. Sometimes it's a matching piece and sometimes it's not, but this one is, and you can see that this is exactly the one that we used in our arrangement that we made in our Wreath of the Month Club group. But I'm just going to fluff this out a little bit and just give this a little bit of shaping. So how many of you here are watching and you are a wreath maker? Comment below. Or maybe you're not a wreath maker, you're just a maker and you like to make home decor pieces for your own home. Just going to shape that out. Do you see how you just take it and fluff it a little bit? All right, so we've got this piece here and we've got this piece. Let me zoom in so you can see just a little bit better. You don't have to use lanterns that have the glass on it. Sometimes you can find lanterns without the glass. All right, so we're going to line these up on our mat. And I'd like to give it the width of my hand, right about there. And then I'm going to use this really fun little filler. It's got some of the same coloring in it, and it also brings in a little bit more of this orange-tipped hydrangea. So I'm going to use this, another piece from Greenery Market. You can also, I've seen this on Trendy Tree. They sell the same bush. And if you are wondering where some of my favorite suppliers are, then you're going to definitely want to join the Wreath workshop starting this Sunday. Go to Wreath101.com. It's the beginner wreath makers. It'll help you get started in this wonderful craft. It also gives you some of my secret tips. And it's free because I love you and I want you to be successful in your wreath making. I'm just going to line these up. I wish these were just a tad longer, but I'm going to show you how we can work around that. All right, so this one's going to go probably right there, and I'm going to put that to the side. And I'm going to take these two right here. Let's take this one. We'll add this one right here close to my hand. So I want to develop, let's put our flowers always in front of greenery, always in front of greenery. All right, so we've got that one there. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on a little floral pick to get some length. Let's see if we want this one here. Yeah, let's give this one some length right here. So we're just going to use this wooden floral pick and wrap it around our stem. We've gone through this before, and we have tips like this on our blog, southerncharmreaths.com. But we're just going through and adding our wooden floral pick. And I'm going to find my tape, secure the wire. Glenda's a wannabe wreath maker. So Glenda, maybe you should check out our free workshop starting this Sunday, Wreath101.com. All right, so there we have that piece. And I'm going to put that up here close to my hand. And we've got this one here. And then let's grab one of these to bring some orange on this side of our lantern swag. Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple of pieces together. I'm going to get my zip ties ready, and I'm going to go ahead and zip tie these together. I'll probably have to put a couple because there are different lengths of our stems. All right, so it's better if you put this on the mat, in my opinion. And we're going to just go ahead and zip tie this together. Make sure you don't have too much space here. I'm going to bring that in a little bit. All right, so we've got the width of my hand is always a good starting point. You can always do, more or less to your liking. We've got one floral, one area that's zip tied together, and now we're going to come over here on the opposite side, and we're going to zip tie that one together. All right, so let's see, making sure I get all of my stems. I developed this style a few years ago and started teaching it on my blog and in my groups. And it's just, to me, a very simple way for creating a lantern swag. Let's do one more, y'all. I do not want this thing to come apart. My hands are all dirty from our crafting we've already done in the group. We'll have our next tutorial this Thursday. All right, I'm going to trim these off. So this is what we have. Okay, so now all I want to do is create a bow for right here. Don't get rid of these things. We're going to still use them. Love this ribbon. I think that it matches really pretty with our pumpkins already on our spray. So this is a 2.5 inch wired, and then we have a 1.5 inch wired. Let's see, this is a little bit sheer, and the wire is a little bit thinner than I like, but we'll make it work because I love the color. Love it, love it, love it. I'm a ribbon lover. I'm addicted to ribbon. I have way too much ribbon than anyone should have. Can anybody relate to me at all? Let me get my wire ready. It's always good to get your wire ready. I have my spray over here because I want to see how far do I want my loop to be. How far up do I want my loop to come? So this is, I'm going to probably do 12 inches. Just to make it easy, we'll do 12-inch loops. Let's move this over here. All right, and we'll start making our bow. We're going to do, thinking about 3, let's see, let's do 2 loops of this. So we've got 12 inches. So I just lay it down on my mat, and then I bring it up to the back of my hand, and I'm always putting the ribbon in to the 2 fingers, my pointer finger and my thumb. All right, so we measure it, take it to the back, pinch it, and pleat it into my 2 fingers, just like that. And then you twist, lay it down on the mat to 12 inches. Bring it to the back, pleat it again into those same 2 fingers, and twist. And now I want to measure these 2 to make sure they're exactly the same, and they are. I'm good with that. So that's a little bit longer. Let's make this one a little shorter. I'm going to go ahead and cut off one more streamer of this. All right, now I'm going to start with this beautiful ribbon. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Let's do this a little longer. I'm going to do the same thing, pleat it into those same 2 fingers, lay it on my mat to 12 inches, take it to the back, pleat it into those 2 fingers. You know it, I'm not changing hands at all. 12 inches, bring it to the, wait, I forgot to twist. Twist, 12 inches, and then bring it to the back. Twist, 12 inches, and bring it to the back. All right, so we've got 3 loops. I want to make sure that they're even, Steven. Let's see here. There. All right, so that like that. So I'm going to cut this right here, and let's go ahead and do another little ribbon streamer to the back. So now I've got these 2 streamers. The more you add ribbon through your fingers right here, the more the middle of the bow starts moving closer to the palm. So now I'm going to take this to the back and then add this into those same 2 fingers. Let's shift and shift. And we'll do this one on the back side too. Take your wire and then just turn over your bow and lift up your pointer finger and slide the wire right underneath, and you're going to just roll the ribbon, or the bow I should say, towards the front. And at this point, before I tie it off, I like to reposition the loops. I like to make sure my loops are on the front side. And pull my streamers over to the back side. Okay, and then when I'm happy with that, that's when I then tie it off. Pulling the bow towards my belly and the wire away from me, twist the bow. So we've made our bow right here. For some reason, I'm not seeing comments, so I might have to come in after the video's over and answer any questions. Here, I'm bringing back over our swag piece. And this is where I'm going to attach it. I'm going to remember we had our palm right here. This is where I'm going to attach my bow. Using the wire that we used on our bow, I'm just going to attach it right here. Make sure that it's not crowded too much. So we're just twisting this on the back, the wire. I feel like this is something anyone can do, especially if you go to the craft stores. You could find these long sprays and short sprays pretty much anywhere. Let's go ahead and move this long streamer. I'm going to put that long streamer going down the back side of my swag for now. And then let's see, I've got this over here. Just mix up your loops. I'm going to go ahead and trim this short so I can still see my pumpkins. Let's keep this a little longer. And I'll keep this one longer for now. All right, so once we have that, just like this, I am going to go ahead and wire some more of that orange. Remember we have this orange spray that we wanted to use. So the sprays came from greenerymarket.com. I'm going to put that one right here. I'm going to pull out my bind wire. And if you follow me on my Facebook page, or maybe you're watching on YouTube, you see me use the bind wire a lot. I showed you I taught you all about wire and the different gauges to use recently, so you can find that on my blog at southerncharmeries.com. Just click Start Here. All right, so I am going to use the wire to wire this stem to the spray. And let's work down the stem just a little bit, making sure that it's good and attached. You can wire all of your spray together if you want. I've done that before. It's a little more time consuming, but it definitely can be done. But I really like to start with the pre-made sprays. Just helps make it a little bit faster and easier. Right now I'm going to tie this off. All right. Tie that really tightly. So now you can see how we've added a little bit of orange down to the bottom. We've got our orange over here, we've got some orange here. And then if you want to put some orange up at the top, we can do that right here. These are because the stems, remember, were a little bit too long for the zip ties. I mean, too short, I should say. You know what? I think I'll wait on that one and I'll show you another way to attach it. All right, so let's now get our rustic wire out. I love the rustic wire for creating hangers. Hangers for wreaths, hangers for the garland swags. Again, if you're interested in learning the basics of wreath making, join our workshop starting this Sunday. Just join our mailing list at wreath101.com. Excuse me. Wreath101.com. And you can join our mailing list. And it'll start on Sunday. We'll start sending you some emails. We'll go through the mechanics, the elements of wreath making, you know, tips for supply storage and workstation setup, things like that. All right, I'm going to move this over and attach this to my lantern. Excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat. I don't know why I can't see your comments. I'm so sorry. Okay, it doesn't look good right now. It does look like a hot mess, but let me show you what we can do. I like to drape the ribbon back, remember in the back. I'm just going to pull this downward a little bit. And now I want to bend this close to my lantern. Okay. And then we could bend this just a little bit. You know what I forgot to do is trim off the long stems where they overlapped. Let's get that out of there. Just taking it and bending it around the lantern to give it some shape. Don't worry about the bow right yet. We're just making sure we have shape. All right, so let's move this pumpkin over here. And now I'm going to start working with my bow. All right, we've got a loop here, so let's move these two loops opposite of each other. And then we'll move this up here. Spread out our color on our bow. If your loops are too far apart, you can start to bend your pumpkins up closer to your bow to bring it closer together. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to bring this one over here and trim it. Just trying to get the bow colors evenly distributed. And then we have this streamer that can go down here, bring in some orange. Do you see how you just shape it? Just shape it around, spread out your bow loops and your streamers. And then with these extra pieces right here, I'm going to show you what we can do. Let's get these trimmed off. We don't want to have any extra pieces. I tell my Wreath of the Month Club group members all the time, you don't want these laying around the wreath shop, because then you can't throw them away because you love them so much, and then it just becomes a whole mess of things you don't want to throw away and not enough to use. All right, so let me see where I want this one to go. So I'm going to make this a little shorter. And all I'm going to do is start hot gluing it into my bow loops. You can, if you have a styrofoam pumpkin, you can also just poke it into the styrofoam of the back of the pumpkin. So what we're doing now is we're taking the color through the bow, making it look cohesive, like it's one piece. Let's get that over here. I'm going to have to hold that a little bit longer, I think. Remember I said that bow, that ribbon was sheer. So let me get my fingers through here and hold it and sandwich it into place. Who is going to be making a swag, a lantern swag, after watching this? So you could see that we added one there. And now let's do something over here on this side. This way, I'm not gluing this to my lantern. I'm gluing it to the arrangement. So I can remove it and still use my lantern for other seasons and other holidays. These are also perfect for my customers, because then they can decorate their lanterns without having it ruin the lantern, and I don't have to ship this whole thing. I just ship this one piece in a box to them. They can use it on their their lanterns, or put it on their wreaths, wherever they want to use it. All right, let's see. I like it. There is a little hole right up here. All I'm going to do is take a leaf off of the bottom. The other thing I think are really pretty for the fall swags is to wire on pine cones. I think that's pretty. So I'm just going to take this leaf and plop it right up here at the top. What do you think? Very, very simple. It was quick and easy to do, especially when you have sprays that are already pretty much done for you, and you just zip tie them together with another, element and add some ribbon, and it makes a really pretty look for your lantern. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry I couldn't see your comments. I will come in and answer any questions you might have later. This to me would make a beautiful table arrangement. Now, you just got to be careful when you're doing these lantern swags that you don't do so much that you can't tell that it's a lantern. You want to be able to see a candle, or maybe you're going to put pine cones or pumpkins or something like that inside of the lantern. You're going to want to be able to see that. You don't want to put an open flame candle in the in here if you've got a artificial swag on top. Instead, use a flameless candle. But this is just a great way to add color to your design. This would also work on a 24-inch, 30-inch lantern. If you don't want it as long and as big, this is an 18-inch lantern. You can easily put this on some larger lantern and then not have it as big, and it would still be a really pretty arrangement for your lantern. You guys, thank y'all for joining me. If you are new to watching me and you don't know who I am, welcome. I'm Julie Samaco, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I should have said that at the beginning. But if you like tutorials like this, make sure to follow us, subscribe to us, and like our page so that you can be notified the next time we do a live like this. I like to come in on Tuesdays and give you tips to help you with your floral arrangements or wreath making. And don't forget our wreath workshop starting this Sunday, wreath101.com. Join us. It will be emailed to you. It is a 4-day workshop teaching you how to get started in this wonderful craft of wreath making. All right, you guys, I hope I inspired you to try something new. You guys are a blessing to me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.